In 2026, it sounds like they're going to stay open for production for 1 year. And in 2025, they're going to go down to one line. And in 2026, it'll be a full closure. And so that's about 500 union jobs, and I don't know how many management, definitely over 100. So 600 jobs here in Omaha. That's been a staple in this city for well over 60 years. It's going to be going away. And you know, this, to me, this just reeks of corporate greed. It really does. Without having definitive information in front of me, you know, they've been ramping up their manufacturing plant in Mexico. Again, without definitive information, but that's what it seems to me. Just been told.
Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Gwadash. Double honors to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. This is Rob Lamar for the Nebraska camp. Just GMS any push to the mark. This is a lesson I was came across Kellogg's, which is a really big factory out here in Nebraska in the Midwest. You know, and the Midwest is pretty known for you know, it's pretty much is blue collar work, I would say. So had to go get the math on it. There's a site in the 2021 edition, the states with the strongest unions. And Nebraska in itself is number 10. You would say number 1 is Oregon, then Rhode Island, Washington, Maryland, California, New York, Hawaii, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and then it'd be Nebraska. Okay, so for Kellogg's to pretty much relocate for undisclosed reasons, but you know, according to the video, like the guy said, man, they're ramping up productivity in Mexico, and they're breaking it down in America. Okay, and this is nothing, you know, capitalism, you know, all these saving the jobs and all that. All this is just, at the end of the day, these elites are going to take the cheapest way to make the biggest bang for their buck and give the workers the bare minimum. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty big, you know, to say the least, because you know, as I said again, you know, the Midwest, the Plain States, is where a lot of the factory jobs, you know, exist. You know, and you've seen how, you know, that affected Detroit and things like that. You know, but let's get to some precepts, man, because yeah, we're pretty close to the end of this thing. You know, it's like we're pretty close to the end of this thing, and you could tell. Okay, get this precept in Ecclesiastes. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows shall be darkened. Okay, and the grinders cease. You know, that's the job openings, the job opportunities. You know, it's not like, you know, we're in Detroit and it's a factory closing. You know, at once Detroit was a booming place for factories. You know, but now you're starting to get AI machines. You're starting to get robots replacing humans. You know, now it's outsourcing, you know, for cheap labor. You know, so that leads me to, you know, think of this another scripture. Let's see here. In 2nd Ezra 16:21, it says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth." You know, like things are in abundance. You got, you know, you can get grapes year round, pineapples year round. You know, you can get pretty much everything is on tap, and it's, you know, I wouldn't say cheap, you know, but That's, dealing with the election and all that crazy stuff that Esau pulls. But it's readily available, okay? Matter of fact, let's see if we get anything from the word cheap. So, yeah, that's the spirit, because when you go into the word cheap, it says low in price, right? That may be bought at small cost. But then when you go down into the noun, or the CEAP, it means traffic or business. A good purchase from Scipion, to trade, buy and sell, probably from early Germanic borrowings of Latin, petty tradesman, huckster, peddler, to haggle, to buy, to bargain, barter, to traffic, to trade. Pretty much things are accessible, okay? You can get, video games. You don't got to go travel anywhere. You don't got to go travel to get groceries. You don't got to travel to buy a book or anything. You just go to Amazon. Everything is just readily available, So everybody thinks that, hey, oh man, I'm good. I'm always going to be good. Information's available, so people, it creates a comfort level. But in all actuality, people don't know how to actually live without, or mainly live without the electronics and the government, man. Nobody know how to hunt, fish, things of that nature. Nobody know how to build. Most people don't know how to build. When I say nobody, I'm talking about the general public. These people go to school, get their degrees, and look down on blue collar workers. But then those blue collar workers, are blinded by all the glitz and glamour of this new age technology. TVs, cells, taking your kids here and this vacation and that vacation. And that's why that sudden destruction is going to come, because people are not even paying attention to the economy, the stock market, the wars that's going on, the rumors of wars, the policies and the politics and the laws that the Congress are passing. People don't really pay attention because they can just keep going to their Netflix show or their Hulu show, or go out to eat at their favorite restaurant, and everything is in abundance, okay? But sudden destruction is going to come, okay? And like I said, man, for a blue collar union job to be broken down like that, and from what I'm reading, it's based off of them wanting more money. Because I work at a union job, and pretty much the union get to work out their contracts. Pretty much, it ain't like you go to a job and they pay you this much. If you sign on to that job, I think every 4 years, at the end of every contract, you get to negotiate how much, you get to take home, and from what I'm seeing is that Kellogg's want a pay increase. And man, they was working these guys they work the hell out of us, man. But over there, you 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts, man, or that's from what I'm hearing. 10-hour shifts, I believe, 10 or 12 hours, 7 days a week, and never get off, and that's how this place rolls. And then once you start asking for money, it's crazy that let me see here. I want to look this up real quick. So I'm gonna see if I can add it in there, Abaratazah, but this is a still from median income, and it says median income by state in 2024, which is pretty much income adjusted for the cost of living. That's what they're saying. I don't think that they're... Okay, yeah, cost of living. This is the cost of living index. So, like Nebraska is 72,000. Somewhere like Wisconsin, 73. California, 124. Oregon, 91. Washington, 104. Texas, 71. Louisiana, 56. You know, Kentucky 56, Tennessee 59. You know, so you got to take into account, you know, you got to take into account of not only the cost of living as well, but, you know, your income. So let's go into the income, okay? So when you go into the yearly income, okay, California is at 78,000. Remember, California was what? It was 172 just to stay there. Okay, Nebraska is 63, and it's 70. It costs 72,000 to live. Okay, but then when you're pretty much asking to live, to make ends meet. Okay, and then when you ask for that, what they say, hey, you know, we'll take our work elsewhere. You know, the same people that are getting on there and say, well, the immigrants, you know, they're taking a job, they're doing this, which ain't nothing but Israelites. But that's besides the point, is that you got a government structure and you got people that are working to uphold the system, and you don't want to pay them the wages, but you want them to buy your product. You know? Ain't no worse than a rapper calling somebody broken. It's like, you know, you and wanting them to buy your music. It's an oxymoron. You know what I'm saying? But which is why I don't believe that, you know, it's solely based off of just greed, you know, which it is, but it's not like, oh man, I gotta squeeze every inch of this dollar. No, they don't care if this system falls, because it's all gonna go into one direction, man. Okay, they're all about to start linking up, and it's gonna be one cereal company, it's gonna be one food company, you know, it's gonna be one this, one that, one car company, you know, everything is gonna be unified. All right, this is the spirit that Satan has always been trying to put on rulers, man. Not Nebuchadnezzar, but Nimrod, Antiochus, and now Babylon, man. Okay? Trying to get everybody under one rule, one style of living, you know, and they let it be complete chaos, but under their order at the same time. You know? So this is what we're looking at and dealing with. You know, but hey, you know, as the scriptures say, measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of signs past, thou shalt know that the Son of Man is, you know, on his way, man. Okay? So this is a beautiful thing. You know, eventually, you know, things are going to break down to where the American citizens are not going to have, there isn't going to be any blue-collar work. They already got rid of the lower class, middle class, and upper class. It's only a lower, and it's only a working class, then a rich class. And then it's going to just turn to the straight rich class. So those of you that, you know, people that are like engineers, you know, doctors, you know, them people have chances. But they're even cutting truckers out, you know, through the AB6 or AB5, whatever that is, you know, and they're getting these smart trucks, and they're trying to get, you know, driverless trucks to get on the roads, you know. Like, all these jobs are about to go downhill. So when people are willing to sacrifice their integrity to uphold the system via getting that you know what into their system just to work and go out and travel, or to believe and uphold the culture of Babylon because it's beneficial, and you get to, you know, go travel and eat and do this and do that, so you really can't see why you should be an Israelite, or why you should, you know, come out of her. Okay, as was Hosea 2:10 or Malachi 2:10. See it. Salak is Micah 2:10. Okay, Micah 2:10, it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." You know, and the Lord's not talking about physically, you know, departing. He's talking about spiritually departing. Okay? Because just like our people in the time of Hellenization, they said, since we have departed. Matter of fact, let's get that. In the book of Maccabees 1:11 says, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So, pretty much it's talking about their culture, the way of living, because in this society, you have to have a certain mentality. You may think you could be a hood nigga and be in a corporate world. No, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You gotta dress a certain way, act a certain way. They're allowing certain things, and it's more broad now, but you still have to be according to the Babylonian system. You can't sit here and say you're an Israelite and you can't work on the Sabbath, or you only believe there's two genders, and you can't openly voice these things. You got to go along to get along in order to get your bread, and that's just how it is, and that's how it's going to work, So yeah, man, that's all I wanted to bring out. This place is headed to an end, man. With that being said, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakah, Qadash. Double honors to our apostles, who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Shalom.